Hello and welcome back to my channel, Gaming with Hesezimcute. I am Hesez or CJ to some of you, and I wanted to talk about the Chill Bunny Derby. And I'm going to do this real quick for you guys and try to explain a few things. This is my main farm, and it's been moved to a bigger HUD, so there's a little bit of difference here. We've caught 2 bunnies, and we're now in our bunny timeout. Our next bunny doesn't arrive for, it says, 1 day and 3 hours. However, in reality, the bunny will arrive in 1 day, 1 hour, and approximately 41 minutes. It comes earlier than what it says. And as you can see, I've already started to do some of my tasks for today. Everybody, doesn't matter. As you can see, we're in the Champion League. It's 5 available tasks, 6 if you do a bonus. And let me show you kind of what that's like, because it is bunny time on some of my other farms. And they're already prepped for the day. Every day your board changes, but it changes at a different time. And I'll explain a little bit of this as we go through this. So I've already prepped some of these, and I know that one of them is this. I'm going to show you how prepping based off of your board for the day can get you all of your tasks done in one bunny time. So my first task is going to be this, and that's already done. Okay? Not a big deal. Got that done. Need to do that because that's going to be the last one that I do. So let's get this there, as I will take that boat task. And for the purposes of this video, I am going to use some diamonds to probably finish up some of the ones that aren't quite there. So we are going to go over to the smoothie maker. One's done. The other one was almost done. And I could have kept it and the task will stay. But if you're in a big HUD, you don't want to spend time holding on to that task. But I'm in a really small HUD. This is just my kids' baby's farm, or my kids' farms, my little farms. It's not a big deal. So next we're going to do this. That's already got one. Oh, my barn's full. It's usually a pretty good idea to clear some space. You know what? We won't need those for a while. 1, 2, 3. I really just want to be able to show you that you can get these all done. And as you can see on this one, we need 23 tasks to catch each bunny. We've caught our first one. So this is bunny 2. And the number of tasks you need is dependent on the number of players. This isn't one of mine, and as you can see, they didn't take it during a bunny time. So it's not going to help with catching. And that's something you have to decide on. The good news is, as you can see here, we're not in the Champion League, and because they haven't been playing, so it's not as big of a deal. Pretty sure this is the one. Yep. Okay, this has this one. You can see now this is my 5th task, but I said I was going to take a boat task. So we've got to get one more space cleared here. Let's see here. Let's go do a buttered popcorn. Get that. That's done. All my tasks are done. And I still have 6 minutes. And I can buy an extra to do 6. So it didn't matter that I'm at a lower one. I am going to go ahead and take my boat task now, because there's no reason for me to have to wait to hold that up. because there's not even 5 people playing. But it doesn't matter if your hood has 30 or if it has 1. You get the board that you get, and you get up to 5 people can take that task at one time. So as you can see, 2 of us have the boat task out. Shows 2 down there. So that's where it's done. Let's go hop over to one of my other farms. And this one also has a bunch already prepped. And let's see how many we can get done in this month. Let's see if we can finish. And then I want to tell you about a few more things. So let's see. Can probably sell off some of the sugar. And I'll explain why I don't want to sell it all off. Should have 2 smoothies. And on this one, they were already done because I prepped ahead of time. And some of the other stuff I still have going. But I do have, like I said, just for this video, I'm going to take advantage of using those diamonds I have. Really could wait and not do them until later and finish them up when a bunny comes again, because the tasks don't reset. Actually, I think I'm going to do that for the rest of these. The tasks don't reset for another 7 hours and 44 minutes. And that is when I have to have all 5 or 6 of these completed by. And the bunny is going to come again in another hour and 34 minutes. So it comes every hour and a half after the bunny time ends. So once the bunny time starts, it's an hour and 40 minutes until the next bunny. So you have plenty of time. Now, if you have early in the day, you could take a longer task like this. But don't take it if you're in a larger group. You want to get everything stacked, prepared, already set up to go before you're taking it. So I still have time on my ice cream. I still have time on my cookies. Those are 2 of the tasks that I had planned to do. And I still need 1 more of the olive oil to be completed. So I will come back and I will finish these during the next bunny time. Let's look at my last farm because I haven't done a lot of prep on it. And let's see what we can do to get it ready for the next bunny. So I sold sugar over on this farm. This farm. And I need that for over here because you need 44. And that should do it. And if you're ever worried if you don't have enough, you can always plan a little extra. And this isn't a puzzle boat. It's not one I'm going to worry about. We can go get some olives and prep that. And this is what I mean by stacking. And it works once you have it down in a chill bunny derby. You can apply it to every derby. We know that there are regular tasks expected in power derby, in irregular derby, and we know the quantities. There's plenty of places where you can go to find the tables that can tell you what to expect. Heyday Wiki has some. Believe just Heyday Boards has them. They're similar to the old Heyday forums. They're not a Supercell run, though. They are just a fan site. And actually, they have a bunny timer that is great that I will link in the descriptions. Another content creator, Phoebe, found it, and it really tells you when to expect each bunny, and they come at particular times each day. So you have the first bunny available on Tuesday, and then the second one becomes available on Wednesday. The third bunny does not become available until Friday. So we're not competing in this derby, and those are the same times that it comes during any one. But because you're not competing against other teams in this one, there's no reason not to go for the rewards. And you are going to get kind of more special rewards with the bunny. If you've not noticed it, I really highly recommend paying attention. Usually can get an extra puzzle piece or a permit. So this ends in 23 seconds. I'm not going to take any here. Let's go back to these tasks. So I have all 5 available here. Like I said earlier, still 7 hours and 40 minutes to reset. That is midnight UTC time. And I'm recording this in the fall, winter. So we're in the I always forget if it's standard or daylight savings. I believe we're in standard time, but it would be 7 p.m. Eastern that it resets. It's the same time the reset occurs for your maximum daily allowance of expansion items. So at midnight UTC that changes. Now I want to show you the board changes because this is where a lot of people get confused. On here you can see that I only have 2 hours and 47 minutes to complete what's on any of these tasks. So as I said, I don't have everything prepped on here. If I'm not willing to spend the diamonds on this farm, then I don't want to pick anything that cannot be prepped and completed before that 2 hours and 47 minutes are up. My board will change, and that's because nobody was active in this hood until that time when the derby starts. Let me go back to my main one and show you the difference to make this a little bit easier to see. Here, I have 15 hours and 39 minutes to reset. So any task that I take, which I was planning to do a race, as you can see, it's prepped over here. It changes based on when you have somebody open up the derby. You don't have to take the task, I don't believe. You just have to be active within the hood and open up this. And I've not tried it with not taking the task because I did take one immediately when I went in my other hood. So your times are going to be changing dependent on when you've opened the money. This is a global team. We're all over the world, and so somebody entered into the derby with enough, close to the derby start, and that's when our board's going to reset. But as you saw on my other farm, I only have 2 hours and 47 minutes before that board resets. So you need to pay attention to those things. If it's important to you to be able to have the morning to prep and you're wanting your board to change at around that time, it's good information to know that somebody should get on and make sure that they've got the derby at least opened for the board. I recommend, if possible, try to aim it for when you're wanting to start the derby, but maybe next chill derby I will pay attention and see if just entering will make a difference versus taking that first task. Because on my other ones, as soon as we entered, we took a task short within the next 5 or 6 minutes because we happen to have some that were prepped. So it lucks out. You cannot trash a task during this, and some people absolutely despise that. But what's great, if you know your board reset times, you can plan this because the task reset doesn't occur. So if I come in first thing in the morning and I see when my board is for the day, and I know it's not going to reset till later, but I've already done, all my tasks, I can do these tonight because I don't want to risk what the board may change to tomorrow because I like the board. Maybe you don't like the board and you just are going to get through it, and you have extra opportunities you can make up those 5 tasks that you didn't do on maybe Tuesday before the reset happened, that by doing those extra tasks. If you go in and you also see that it says 35 tasks, but really, if you can go over that because you have the extra task each day, and Sunday night it still resets. So you have Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and then you have your extra task, and you have Sunday night. So it really can go over the 35 fairly easily. Let's try to finish this one up real quick. And I will put the link for the bunny timer to tell you when it can come, because it does come early, in the description of the video. And I hope this helps answers a little bit of the questions of why some people aren't sure of when the boards reset. And like I said, it's 23 for this. I think I can do them all myself with doing the extra task and catch all 3 bunnies. Quickly go back to my main farm, and I want to show you with I don't know how many are opted in, were invited timeout. I actually know it's 50 tasks for the number of people that are in our hood participating. And it's I think that's the max allowed per bunny. So we have to do 150 total tasks. For me, it'll be 69 total tasks that I'll have to do in my other hood. And you can see one person can catch each bunny by the time it's done. It just may not be the same day that bunny is released. That's not a big deal. This is supposed to be pretty laid back. You're not going to move up. You're not going to drop down. So it's not as big of a deal. If you're upset about somebody who comes in and maybe does one task and can get all the rewards, then remove them from your neighborhood before the rewards are collected. Or you can always make sure you're just opting them out. Just especially if they're not communicating with you. You do need to have that ability, co-leader, leader, to opt a person out of the derby, though. So it's really fun. I really think it's great, and this is a really good ability to practice stacking and then applying it to other derbies. And it's one of my favorites. It's one that I just don't understand why people don't enjoy it as much. So If you have any questions, please leave a comment. I will try to answer that. And I really do hope it helps. Happy farming, y'all. Bye.